Why, hello everybody. I am back here for episode 2 of What If Izuku Midoriya was the Indoraptor. Last time we left off, Midoriya was heading to Class 1A. When he went inside, he saw where Canyon before, Ida talking to Bakugo about putting his feet down. I think he was just like, well, I guess this is like a bit normal for me. Because he wants to have to deal with that too. And one of his other classes he did in middle school. And what happened? He had to turn around and saw one of his crushes he actually loved. We're not doing armor. I just said that for some reason. Suyu Asui. She got into class 1A also. When she saw him, she said, "Oh, hello, Midori Izuku." And why Izuku said, "Why, hello, Sue. I guess you got in class at 1A too." And she said, "Yeah, I did." So we're gonna sit together for this time? Yep. And what? Then two were just sitting talking about their quirks. Somebody came up and say, "Alright, brats, shut up." And that would be Shoto Arizawa, also known as the Pro Hero Eraserhead. He said, "My name is Shoto Arizawa, and I'll be your class 1A homeroom teacher." As everybody said, except for Midori, because Midori met Arizawa, because when he was like 4, the whole rampage thing started happening of his quirk. And why that happened, everybody introduced itself. What? When we have 2 more left. So I'm going to be lazy in this one. I'm not going to say everybody's names. I barely know that many people, just have to say their names. No. I am Suyu Asui. My quirk is frog. I can do the ability of a frog. Then last is Midoriya. My name is Izuku Midoriya. I'm just going to say the Midoriya part that I don't know the Dragon Queen still. I still can't figure out to say it. And my quirk is Indoraptor. I basically have the ability and I could transform into the Indoraptor. And everybody just did some little bit of chatting for a bit until Shota Arizawa said, "Alright, class, we'll be heading out to the field and doing a bit of a quirk test." And what Denki said, "Really, a quirk test on the first day?" And Midoriya said, "It's his rules, he can do whatever he wants." As Shota Arizawa said, "He is right. My rules, my class. Or my class, my rules." That way. Everybody went to the field and put the gym clothes on. Everybody started throwing the ball test. I'm just going to skip all the rest of the tests except the ball one. Midori would pass all of them since he had the Indoraptor for him. Midori threw the ball, and he has reached about 1,000 times of a limit as All Might's score was. Don't know what was his score. And everybody was surprised about how great he did. And everybody just going on with their day. At lunch, Midori asked the cafeteria chef for like a casserole. I think that was what it called. I don't know what they were called in Japan. Sorry for that. And they just continue on. When he was about to head back home, he actually saw Suyu in the outside, just waiting for him actually. And Midori asked, "Hey Sue, what are you waiting for me for?" And Sue said, "Well, I was just waiting for you so we could both walk together to the park." And Midori actually agrees to go to the park with her. So they walked around the park for a while. For maybe a half an hour. Until they found a little girl. And that little girl will be, that will be Airi, the sweet little girl But this time she's gonna be like a 1-year-old. Cause I don't know, I can't find a picture of her as a 1-year-old. So they're gonna go with this. So Midoriya and Sue found Eri abandoned. Sorry for that. So Sue and Midoriya found Eri abandoned from his own mother because she thought her quirk was cursed. Her quirk was erase. And y'all know what erase does, so I'm not gonna explain it. So the one who's gonna take care of a 1-year-old Eri will be Izuku Midoriya. He's gonna help her train her quirk so she could control it when she's around 4. And what that was happening, Suyu acted out by living with Midoriya and the Dragon Queen, so he could help her take care of Eri. Since she was also abandoned by his own parent because of her quirk also. So they go on about their day. Sue and Izuku became parents of Eri. And the one who would be babysitting her actually would just be them. They would be babysitting her even in the class. So when they got to class 1A again for like a week packs, everybody saw Eri there, and they asked what the one who asked is Mina. Izuku, who's that kid? And Izuku said, why, that is Eri. She's my daughter. And everybody was surprised about this. Except for Tokoyami saying he doesn't have a Facebook kind of way. I'm gonna do. And they said, who's the mother of her? And the one who popped up behind Izuku would be Sue. That would be me, Sue. And I was surprised, are you two dating? And they say no, they're not dating yet. And they all just sat down and talked for a bit until Shoto Iwazawa came out and said, alright class, today we'll be going to the USJ. It's not the universal place we're going, it's the training one. And everybody just bowed and they gone to the USJ. I'm going to change up the training thing from the USJ. I'm going to start with the USJ first, then the training. Like the heroes for this villains type thing. And they all went in. Until they see the team. Achaka was surprised because Achaka was a fan of 13. And what they were doing. Kiyoshima said, whoa, you don't have fake heroes? And when they saw they weren't fake heroes, real villains. I mean fake villains, not heroes. Sorry for that. So fake villains, or the real villains, coming out of the portal. And they saw Shigaraki coming out. Shigaraki said, where is All Might? And All Might wasn't there. Shoto Iwazawa went out and fought all the villains. And then Shigaraki said, I forget the name of the portal guy. I try to remember that soon. Bring out the nun. Or the Nomu. Yeah, it was Nomu. And he brought out the Nomu. The Nomu were beating the shit out of Iwazawa. Because he has multiple quirks. And when Izuku saw this, he got so pissed that he actually transformed to the Indoraptor and started attacking him without any hesitation. He started ripping his arms off, his legs, and all left with his head. And he used his toe claw, the claw right here, like right here, or you can see better right here. He used that to pin down his head and killing the Nomu. He was still angry, but Sue managed to calm him down again. But this time, the portal guy, if you can say that, teleported them all to different spots. Sue and Midoriya and Mineta will be at the boat, while the rest be like this canyon, like everything canyon in the whole story. They all start swimming. Well, except for Izuku can. He's still in his Indoraptor form, and he doesn't know how to swim. We never see once the Indoraptor swim. And he tried to swim back, but he failed miserably to get out in time. But Sue managed to see him and told him to get up to the boat, like he does. And they find a plan to get away from all the villains. And they think of something to do to get out of there in time. But they fail miserably until Midoriya actually get a new power-up of his Indoraptor form. As well, if his bite hits chomp on somebody, they become paralyzed. And that would happen. All the villains got paralyzed because of Izuku's bite attack. And they managed to get out of the waters in time. And they all head back. They stop all the villains and all the pro heroes came because Ida went out to go get the pros. And All Might came in, and Shoto said, "You're late," like he always says. And you wondering where was Harry? Harry was with Izuku's new mother for this one. Because Izuku and Sue doesn't want her to get in danger from the URJ because they might think something bad will happen. And it did. And so the day goes on. Some of the class think Midoriya as someone who's dangerous not to be around with. But not everybody. That would be OJ, Ida, Mina, Tokoyami, and Kirishima. They all think of him as somebody that needs help. Like help with the form. Like where he needs friends. And everybody else just think of him as somebody dangerous not to get around with. Well, I can't remember the guy that had the mutation quirk. And oh yeah, I forgot Momo too. Momo doesn't think of that either. And everyone just stay away from Midoriya except for the people who think that he just needs friends to help him. And when the day goes on again, it's gonna be like another 2 weeks. And everybody was just chatting until somebody buzzed in the door saying, "I am here." That would be All Might. All Might came in and say, "Today we'll be doing heroes versus villains." And everybody just got excited. And you're wondering, what Izuku's hero costume will look like? It's basically going to look like Oren Grady's suit where he wears. And everybody else got into their same old hero suits. And All Might said, "So, the heroes will be Izuku Midoriya and Tsuyu Asui versus Katsuki Bakugo and Ochako Uraka. Everybody else just head back to the theaters to see how that goes." And Sue and Midoriya think of a plan. Izuku said, "Okay, can you like climb walls?" And Sue said, "Yeah, I can." "Okay, so I want you to climb to the wall to make a distraction for Bakugo while I go in and attack him with my Indoraptor. But can you not fully control it? I could get the parts of the body to help me." And Sue understands it. So they did with the plan. Sue distract Bakugo so Midoriya could get in and use the Indoraptor's claws. He used the claws to attack Bakugo. Not like fully like killing him, just like injuring him enough. And when Bakugo was down, All Might said, "Katsuki Bakugo has been eliminated, or is out." And Sue and Izuku went in to stop Ochako. But Ochako was planning to use that little trick thing that she knows and came from the anime. She used that to hit Sue and Midoriya, but they both dodged the attacks quickly because Ochako had bad aiming. And was Midoriya was distracting Ochako, Sue actually went to go touch the bomb. And when Sue did that, All Might said, "The heroes have won." And Sue and Izuku had cheered on. I'm just gonna keep on saying Midoriya. Sue said, "I can't say the full thing right. Sorry for that." And another day goes on until Sue asks Midoriya a quick question, and Midoriya said, "Yeah, what is it?" And said, "Will you be my boyfriend?" And Midoriya got surprised for a bit, but actually said yes to it. So Sue and Midoriya are now dating. And Aries actually the same age as Canyon. I kind of made a mistake on the age. I'm sorry for the mistake I did. And anyways, they started dating, and they fully became like a parent type to Aries. I mean, who would not be a parent to this little being? Who would not? Look at how adorable she is. Anyways, we'll continue on. I just can't stop with the adorableness with Aries. They started heading to class again. And Aries with them this time. And Midoriya actually been training with Aries also, with training her quirk, and with Sue also. And Midoriya has 20 hours of control of the Ender. He's almost able to have the full control of his form. So he decided to beat the Indoraptor and take the class 1A like a horse do with their own. So they head to class, and most of the people who saw in that Indoraptor were scared, except for the ones who are friends to Midoriya. And they actually hit him. Sorry for that. Hate the notifications. And they continue on. Aries was wearing a green one this time. Green colored skirt and stuff. Like the same color she wore before. And they start chatting for a bit. Until forgot the guy with the white hair, one who always thinks that class 1B is better than class 1A. Him. He started saying, look it, we have the reptilian one who once fought a Nomu. Did you manage to get control of that, or you still have that same time limit? And Midoriya was kind of pissed about that. But he learns to calm down from that. But then the jerk guy said, "Oh, look, we have the freak frog right here with the cursed girl." And Sue and Aries got upset. And Midoriya was pissed as fuck when he heard that. He went into Indoraptor form and scaring the guy. He basically pinned him down. Just look at the guy. I think I can find that picture. Like this. He basically scared him and made get down just like this guy from the movie. He was so scared. He started roaring at him to tell him to get away from his wife and his daughter. As the jerk did, he ran away. And then everybody saw that, and they tried to stop him. But he was still in his Indoraptor because he's still a bit pissed. But Sue and his friends managed to stop him, making him turn back to normal. He was still a bit pissed, but he gonna calm down. And the judge never bullied him again because he didn't get scared by the Indoraptor. And next we're heading to the Force Fed. I forgot to say it. The Force Festival, I think it was called. And they started to do the running one, and then the team up thing. I'm just gonna skip those two, and they head to the 1v1 battle. And that'll be Izuku Midoriya versus Shinzo. They both started to do the canyon thing. But until Izuku got more pissed, and then he had to get a new form. That would be the Indominus Rex. He was meant to transform to the Indominus Rex. Yeah, they're gonna do this like a different way, where he has a double form. Just one like a medium size, and there's one the big one. Sorry for that. He went to that Indominus Rex form. He was a bit pissed, but he doesn't have full control in that form since he just got that form. He only has like a few seconds before he goes out. So when that was happening, he managed to knock Shinzo out and get him out of bounds. When that was happening, all of his friends and Sue and Eri had to get there fast enough to calm him down, to get him control. And they worked. He got him back to his normal form. He was calm again. And everything continues. Like the whole same old battle things. Until we get to Izuku Midoriya. Sorry for that little noise. Some like truck or something was coming past. And that would be Izuku Midoriya versus Tokoyami. I think no. Shoto Todoroki. And they're both gonna fight. So Izuku transformed into Indoraptor to chase at him. He's not going to Indominus Rex form since he doesn't have full control on that yet. So when that was, Shoto sent in some ice to see what stopped Midoriya, but it failed. He just jumped past them. And he just keeps on going on. Until Izuku got knocked out. Wait, sorry, wrong picture. Until Izuku got knocked out. They're making, whatever, this is like a better version. Until he got knocked out. And Shoto saw this and he thought maybe he has won. But then when that was happening, he came back and was more pissed off than before. And he told Shoto, "You think you should lose right now, since I am more powerful in my form, Shoto. I don't want to hurt you, but just give up, okay?" And Shoto would not give up. He would still use his ice power. And when Izuku saw this, he said, "Shoto, what is your quirk?" And Shoto said, "Part ice, part hot." And Midoriya said, "Why didn't you use your ice form?" And Shoto said, "Cause I don't want to be the same way as my father." Then Izuku said, "It's your quirk, not his." So the whole cannon thing happened. But this time, Izuku won, and he done his little victory roar, telling that he has won the battle. So now we're into the finale one. That will be Izuku Midoriya versus Katsuki Bakugo. So the same thing happened like the last thing with Shoto and Bakugo, but this time Midoriya got more pissed off this time because what Bakugo said, he said, "If I win this, your freak of a frog will be with me and your cursed daughter." He got really pissed off and transformed to the Indominus Rex. He started attacking him so much, just like the Indominus did in the movies. And Bakugo was down, but he was still pissed. Nothing could calm him down Even his own girlfriend and daughter tried to, but it failed. He was still pissed. But then one person managed to stop him. That would be his own mother. Her own mother came in and told him to calm down. But he was still a bit pissed, so she has no choice into transforming into the dragon and start attacking him to make him calm down, which has worked. He managed to calm down and get back to normal. And Izuku was apologizing to everybody for scaling them when using that form. And they're just relieved that he's calm again. And All Might just get the same badge to the same two people. Bakugo, but that was just Bakugo and Tokuya and Shoto. Tokoyami is not in this. He failed against the person he was fighting for. And Izuku got the first place once he won. And they continue on with their day. And when they were... Izuku actually got pissed because he actually saw somebody. He saw his own mother when he was at the mall. He was really pissed. But he tried to calm himself because he doesn't want to see his mother anymore. Inko Midori, since she abandoned him for not having a quirk. And the day goes on. So they continue on buying a few things. When they saw the dinosaur plushie, Eri really wanted to get that. And how can you not say no to this little girl? So Izuku bought the little dino plushie. And Eri loved it. It reminds him of his own father. Izuku Midori, obviously. And Izuku was happy for that, including Sue. And we're gonna change the little flower thing she has in the backpack for a frog that Sue gave Eri. And they continue on with their day. They had a lot of fun. And they actually went to a carnival to have some fun. But when that was happening, Izuku got grabbed by the neck and can by Shigaraki. He asked about a few things about Yue, but Izuku would never give up his own school. He's a true hero. He will never give up his own school. He's never a traitor. And he was kind of pissed by that, but he would start grabbing Izuku tightly. And Izuku was getting choked. But then Sue and Eri came back from the ticket round when Eri was holding a cat plushie. And Sue said, "Midoriya, is that a friend of yours?" And Shigaraki said, "Oh, you brought a friend over here. I'm sorry, I'll be on my way." As Izuku was holding his throat because he was choked so much. And the day continue on. They keep on having fun at the carnival. Where Eri had a little snack. It was a cotton candy. Like, who would not love cotton candy? And they went back home. And Izuku's mother came in and asked, Midoriya, Midoriya, I have a letter you're saying about moving to the dorms. Would you like to move to the dorms? And Izuku actually said yes, as long as he could be with his own girlfriend and daughter. And I think sure her name was Raycon or something. I don't remember. And she agreed that she's gonna ask Nezu to put the doors in. Put like the both doors together. But Eri had to be by herself. Eri was kind of scared about that, but Eri's grandmother, the dragon girl, obviously, said that you'll be like next to your mother and father. and Eri was relieved because she doesn't want to be far away from her parents. And they continue on with their day. They keep on. They move into the dorms. Izuku's room is just like a bit just like the toilet, except for has a bit of a pond, like a giant lake. For Midoriya, everything he wants to have a bit of a swim time, so I've been training with the swimming. And Eri and Sue join in sometimes, and they continue on with their day. And they choose, and the whole class choose who had the best dorm room. The winner will be actually Sue. Sue was the winner. Cause her room was like the jungle, so the cook was fog. And everyone was surprised about that, except for Izuku, because he knows that his own girlfriend will win the best room. Cause he was also surprised about her room as well. So everyone continue on like Canyon in the same way. So they keep on having a bit of fun, playing games, watching TV and stuff. Until they had to head back to class. And Shoto Arizawa said, "Alright, class." Sorry for that. "Alright, class. Today, we'll be heading to the training camp in 2 weeks." Everybody was getting excited to go to the training camp. And everybody was going to get ready to go, but Shoto Arizawa said, "I said in 2 weeks we'll be going, so you have enough days to train a bit more." And everybody will agree with that. So everybody started training. And Izuku was training to control his Indominus form. Like control his Dominus Rex form. He managed to get more time. It's about 10 hours of Indominus Rex for him. So they continue on. They head to the bus. They head to the training camp. Should I end this here? Now I'm gonna give a few more minutes, then I'm gonna stop. And then when they head to the training camp, they saw 2 members of the Wire Pussycats. I don't know why the maker of My Hero Academia got that name. Got the cats. I'm not gonna get the picture right now, I'm a bit lazy. It's way too early. So they keep on. So the Wire Pussycat, I forgot the name of some of them, like all the members of it. They say, "Alright, class. Alright, you class 1A. You'll be heading to the Beast Forest." And everybody was getting scared by that, except for Izuku. Since Izuku had a Dominus and Indoraptor form, he could basically just head there without being scared. And it's just like him. Except for Sue is on Midoriya's back, also with Eri. They head to the camp. They went there faster in the Indominus Rex form, and they head over there. I'm actually gonna end this right here. I have to go do some stuff, like in a few minutes. So yeah, bye everybody. See you next time.